Hi, my name's Angelo Morini, and I'm your host of the Vegan Channel. Very excited to be here. What's the Vegan Channel all about? Well, it's about the world's healthiest whole food. Think about that, the world's healthiest whole food. Why is it called the world's healthiest whole food? By the way, it's called Anutra grain. Nutri-grain is the world's healthiest whole food. It's called that because it does miraculous things that are proven by 100 years of research. Grain's been around for a long time. You might know it as chia. But chia, there's all kinds of varieties of chia. I worked with Dr. Norman Borlaug to develop a new cultivar of an ancient seed, the ancient seed of chia. And by doing that, through non-GMO methods, just old-fashioned techniques, I developed the highest and safest natural source of omega-3s, alpha-linoleic acid, ALA, not DHA and EPA that doesn't work, omega-6 linoleic acid, oleic acid, complete protein, fiber, antioxidants, more calcium than milk, L-arginine that lowers your blood pressure, phytotryptophan, which creates satiety, lowers your glycemic index, thins out your blood, lowers your cholesterol, reduces your risk of heart disease, cancer, diabetes, osteoporosis, and a bunch of other maladies. Why? Because it makes the healthiest possible cells. To make a healthy cell, it's something that a lot of people didn't know until just recently. We always knew you needed omega-3s, the essential fatty acid, ALA. We always knew that you needed complete protein, but you need it at the same time in your blood. Because years ago they thought that you made your body every 7 years, you renewed it. Not true. Every 90 days. Right now that we're talking, every second, 1.2 million cells, approximately, every second you're making. That's about, if you multiply that out, that's about 100 billion a day. 90 days, 7 to 10 trillion. So in 90 days, you got 7 to 10 trillion cells. You're basically a new you. When life begins, when mom and dad get together with love from above and the spiritual beings that we are and the physical beings, those two cells come together, they start dividing. And they do for your entire life. Life is cell division. You make stronger, healthier, smoother, more elastic cells, you're going to live a healthy life. Your chances of getting serious illness go down by 50%. What does that mean to you and your family? Peace of mind. You don't have these big healthy problems with medical bills. The country doesn't go crazy because it can't afford medical care for everybody. So we're here to tell you about that, big time. We're going to take you to some beautiful places, some great, great places that maybe you don't get a chance to see. And we're going to show you how simple it is and give you a roadmap in the United States where if you want to veganize yourself just a little wee bit, or if you want to go full bore with a cleanse, a vegan cleanse or whatever, we'll tell you where to go and how to do it. Anyhow, let's start out by talking about something that's real important right now. I just talked about how it's so important to get the combination of complete proteins like meats of all types, milk. There's nothing like cow's milk, believe me, nothing like it. We'll talk about all those things. But when you put the two together, you put Anutra grain with a wholesome protein. And by the way, Anutra has the same amount of protein. Same amount of protein as any protein out there. Any high protein, meat, fish, chicken, beef, your best plants. It's a complete protein. Has 50 other important phytonutrients. All those things I just mentioned earlier. But when you put those things together, wow, it's a powerhouse. But what's going on today as far as omega-3s are concerned? You know, without omega-3s, they're considered essential because your body doesn't make them. omega-3 and omega-6, from plants, not from fish. Okay? If you don't ingest them, if you don't eat them, you'll die. Yeah. If you don't die, you'll be real sick. And that's the cause of about over 70% of all disease in America is our food. Is that a big surprise? If you get bad air, what happens? You're sick. If you get bad water, what happens? You're sick. If you get bad food, you're sick. And I've written 3 books on this. And my new book, Anutra, about the world's healthiest diet. Anyhow, we're going to talk about all that. This opening monologue here is not going to be long enough to talk about it all. But we're also going to talk about something critical to our life. God. Okay, the one God symbol. What that's all about. How that affects you so seriously, you don't even know it. It's a mystery to you right now. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about politics. I'm for Donald Trump. I know Donald Trump. Met him a long, long time ago in New York with Sheldon Tannen at 21, him and Don King with the big hair. When I took my company public, Galaxy Nutritional Foods, I invented a new, healthier, and better way to make dairy products, became the leading developer and marketer throughout the world, took the company public. But I was given bridge financing by Donald Trump and Don King. Great man. Sheldon Tannen was on my board of directors. I had a lot of interesting people on my board of directors over the years. But Dr. Norman Borlaug contacted me. Nobel Prize winner. He won the Nobel Prize for increasing the yield of rice and wheat. And he saved billions of people on the planet from starvation. He wanted to tell me about this new grain he was excited about. He was excited about high lysine corn and this other grain called chia. Well, I wasn't that interested back then. I went to the University of Toronto, went to a seminar. But I got interested, went down to Acatique, Mexico, met the Indians that keep the seeds. Well, they were conquered by the Spanish in Central America. Conquerors, Spanish were Catholics, and they were using their products, chia products, in their pagan rites. They used it for money. They used it for energy. They went to war with it. Gave them special powers, which it did. Anyhow, the Spanish said, no, you can't do that anymore. It's like Mel Gibson did that great movie where they didn't talk in the movie. It was about the Aztecs, about the Mayan Indians. It was about those guys. And at the end of the movie, you see they stop fighting. If you saw the movie and they see the ships, the Spanish ships, and they see the priests coming toward them, that was the beginning of the end for them. But anyhow, we're going to talk about that, how that relates. But I developed the world's healthiest food when I was down in Acatique, Mexico. Beautiful area where the San Andreas Fault starts. Fantastic, beautiful place. I did it with the Indians. Took us a while to get it right. Over a year. We got it right. That's how I developed the world's healthiest whole food. Then I got approved by the FDA and the USDA, and we did. That's the world's healthiest whole food. And one of the most critical things that it does, it makes new healthy cells. Now, another major purpose of this show is to tell you about the biggest lie ever in the food business and in health worldwide. It's a big fish stinking story. It's about DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, and isosapentaenoic acid, DHA and EPA. That's supposed to be the miracle of life. It's a lie, period. That's a lie. Back in 1926, Dr. Mildred and George Burr discovered essential fatty acids, alpha-linolenic acid, linoleic acid, from plants. Just about almost 100 years ago. It's been studied and studied and restudied and restudied until about 30 years ago. No one ever said they weren't essential and they weren't good. But the fish guys came in and sold you guys a bill of goods from another country. I won't name the country. Just fish fat, rancid. That's why you got the burps. They said it was the greatest thing in the world. They made billions and billions and billions. Paid everybody off. K Street, Washington, D.C. Paid off the stock market bigwigs. We'll talk about them too. And how that has really affected our lifespan significantly, and the health of America significantly. After the Second World War, we were number one in lifespan. Healthcare. Right now we're ranked 43rd in longevity. Our longevity's gone down. How about this one? After the year 2000, 1 out of 3 Americans is getting diabetes. That's a precursor. That's a big, big sign that we're a sick society. All right? I'm here to tell you, America and the world, how we can stop all this baloney from the standpoint of government, politics, and from the standpoint of a big spiritual hoax that was perpetuated thousands years ago. Anyhow, thank you very much, and I look forward to doing these shows with you. You're gonna like it. Thank you.